When I tell y'all, it's just too good. Now they calling for Elon Musk to be deported because he is an illegal alien. Immediate investigation into his immigration status and immediate deportation. What? I promise I'm not making this up. I promise.
Breaking news. This is breaking news. Donald Trump says Elon Musk, his relationship is over with. It's over. He don't want nothing to do with it. And there will be serious consequences if he funds the Democrats. Now remember, Elon Musk is thinking about funding the Democrats in the primaries and the election of 2026 to get the Democrats back in office, because that big, beautiful bill is terrible for his companies, for billionaires, and for the deficit. Donald Trump say, if you do that, we coming at you. You're going to lose everything. Contracts, bids, going to be serious consequences, sir. Now you messing with our money. Now you messing with our power. Now you messing with our political agenda, and we don't like it at all. So if you're going to do that, sir, guess what? You're going to have a whole lot of consequences to face. See, now Republicans and Donald Trump are getting scared because of Elon Musk. Remember, he's got a whole lot of money. He can make a whole lot of things happen like he did with that presidential election. And Trump saying, don't do it. Our relationship is over. Leave us alone, or there will be serious consequences. Donald Trump, you may be in a situation where there's nothing you can do.
We have breaking news right now. Donald Trump is now threatening Elon Musk, saying he's going to face, quote, serious consequences if Elon Musk were to go and fund Democrats.
The feud between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk continues, and now the president is saying Musk could face serious consequences if he helps Democrats in upcoming elections.
Oh my god, okay, your turn. Truth or dare? Oh my god, okay, truth. Oh my god, you're such a pussy. Okay, okay, wait, let me think. Okay, wait, tell me something that you've, like, never told anyone else. Okay, wait, I have one. Okay, I think I have one. Okay, well, tell me. Okay, but it's, like, actually bad. No, it's like, actually bad. Okay, well, you can't, like, bring something up like that and then, like, not say it. But it's, like, actually bad. It's, like, oh my god, wait, it's, like, so bad. Like, I can't tell you. Donnie, I'm literally your best friend. Like, who else are you gonna tell? Okay, I'll fucking tell you, but you have to, like, swear on Grimes that you'll, like, never say anything about this. Oh my god, I swear, girl, just tell me. Okay, oh my god, it's so bad. You're gonna hate me. You're actually gonna hate me. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so you know Jeffrey, right?
Hands down there. That's a good skit to start off the day with. And guys, of course in the last 7 days, it's been crazy, the interaction between Donald J. Trump and Elon Musk. It seems like there's a rift between them. So previously we just thought that it would be May 31st, Elon gets to leave Doge office like the contract says, or if thereafter then that Donald Trump would renew his contract. But it seems like none of them was gonna happen. It's like as soon as he left the send-off party, he just exploded. I don't know what he was on, because the guy had a little crash out. He was just tweeting like every hour and just spilling secrets between them. For the first time, Donald Trump was able to contain himself, and he appeared to be like the bigger man in this situation. To me, it seems like Elon Musk came into this administration with some principles. He's someone like who doesn't want to play dirty politics. But for Donald Trump, it seems like politics is part and parcel of him, because he's literally a politician. Musk isn't, and it seems like even this big beautiful bill that he's trying to propose here is just like a gamble. You know, politicians, they try this and try that, whichever works is what they sail with. And it seems like Donald Trump is trying something like this, which Elon is against, especially the fact that the bill will add on to the deficit that the Americans already have. Musk was not having it. He was betrayed, because he came into the government to cut spending and to save in order to reduce the deficit. But whatever this bill that Trump wants, the big beautiful bill, it seems like it wants to bring in a big beautiful deficit to the American people, and hence the conflict. And so guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danny, and if you're new, thank you so much for tuning in. For returning subscribers, thank you so much for your immense support. Thank you for subscribing, smashing the thumbs up button for this video, and sharing your thoughts in the comment section down there below, because your opinions has been the one that has been fueling the channel. Thank you so much. I don't take it for granted. So today's video, we're talking about the rift between Elon and Trump actually cautioning Elon Elon Musk that there will be consequences if he looks into funding Democrat Party. Before joining MAGA, Elon Musk was in the Democratic Party. He used to sponsor their campaigns, and it seems like there was a rift between him and the Democrat Party, and he decided to join the Conservatives. He really helped Donald Trump with the campaigns, like we all saw that. And it seems like big beautiful relationship has now become into a sour divorce. But wait, in the last few days, everything has just gone still, and Elon has been secretly deleting the tweets. Let's listen to some of the netizens' opinion, and then thereafter, I'm gonna come with my unsolicited opinion.
President Trump says he has no plans to reconcile with Musk, calling this relationship done and dusted. The president is furious after Musk slammed his latest tax and spending bill. Trump fired back at Musk's comments about the bill, and Musk is now floating impeachment talks. He even tried to tie President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein in now deleted social media posts. Musk's businesses rely heavily on government contracts. Trump has already floated the idea of cutting those deals to save money. The political rift is growing fast, but do you think these former friends will find their way back together? Click the drop down to find a link to the full story.
He said that in a new interview with NBC News, but we're also learning explosive breaking news from the Washington Post. Donald Trump, behind the scenes, called Elon Musk a, quote, big-time drug addict. And in the weeks before Elon Musk left the Oval Office, left the White House, he had a physical altercation with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent in the West Wing, in the White House. Complete chaos in the West Wing right now, in this White House, where the fallout between Elon Musk and Donald Trump right now is only getting worse. And Donald Trump is now publicly threatening Elon Musk with consequences if he were to go ahead and fund Democratic lawmakers. Now, this public feud is only continuing, and Elon Musk tried to kind of move away from it by deleting some of the tweets, but the internet is forever.
Well, Elon is standing on principles. He wants to cut the budget into a situation that they save money instead of waste or spend more money than they have. And he was told that his role would be just that. But when he was presented with a budget that in no way represented savings, he stood by his principles and said, I'm not prepared to support this. This is wrong. And so therefore I stand by my son. I think people, by nature, it's argumentative. I mean, that's the nature of politics. That's what the word means. Politics is to talk and argue. So that's what they've been doing. These days, of course, it goes out into the press and, it gets exaggerated or in some cases made worse than it really is. But it is a bit of a knot that's occurred in the flow of things.
During this bromance breakup, we really glanced over this post, and Elon thinks this is a flex, but he's essentially telling on himself on like a broader corruption issue that's going on in government. What he means that he'll be around is politics. Elon Musk is actually more powerful than Trump. What I'm about to go over is the reason that I've never endorsed a political party. I've never endorsed a political president. So yes, I'm talking about Elon Musk, but we're also going to talk about Mark Zuckerberg. This book is everything. This was authored by Sarah Wynne-Williams, and she was the director of global policy at Meta. Spoiler alert, but not really a spoiler alert. The careless people that she is referring to are Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg. She extremely vaguely touches on this point towards the end of the book, but it's so key. So I don't know if you knew this, but Mark Zuckerberg was trying to run for president in 2017, 2018-ish, okay? I didn't know this, and she very briefly brushes on this topic, and I feel like that deserved more than just like a chapter. So to quote this book for a second, he planned to rally essentially in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. She explains that he was never successful by this because Mark bought a lot of real estate in Maui, and he was gaining some backlash for essentially like paying out a family to be quiet because I guess they like had rights to that land due to some other Hawaii state law. And Mark was like, no, it's mine, I bought it, and here's $5,000 a month, and like, be quiet. And obviously Mark Zuckerberg has been facing a lot of backlash for his entirety of his career, but Sarah, the author of this book, talks about, for some reason, the pressure of him wanting to take things political, he could not handle the criticism and the negative stuff that he was getting in the news and in the media. So he stopped his presidency campaign because of that headline. I have my own op-ed as to why I believe Mark Zuckerberg didn't run as president, and it relates back to the Elon Musk post that he low-key kind of told on himself and all of his like tech billionaire friends. Lobbyists have more control than a president does. Lobbyist is a really nice euphemism for bribery. If you're not familiar, you should really look up like Citizens United and like why this is legal today. That's like a rabbit hole for another day. You can actually look up anyone's lobbyist at any point. You can do this through this website called opensecrets.com. You can search anyone that you want. You can search Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. And don't you think it's weird how like tech was liberal for a long time, and then all of a sudden there was like all the tech billionaires like front seat at the inauguration? It's not like they had a change of heart and they were like, oh, all of a sudden I'm conservative. I would argue they weren't even liberal to begin with. They don't play sides. They don't have parties. They don't actually care. It's just pushing whatever agenda works for them via the bribe money that they give in this term we call lobbying. And like Elon Musk said in the beginning of that X post, they don't have term limits. Lobbyists do not have term limits. So the reason that we quote unquote have these checks and balances is because, you know, government officials are supposed to have term limits. So they never stay too long and they can't benefit long term. I know that Elon was trying to kind of flex and he feels like, you know, lots of different emotions. And also I think a lot of this like bromance breakup was just distraction so that we wouldn't figure out, you know, the bigger Palantir deal that we did recently, which was not great. This like manosphere thing that like the media is starting to talk about, this is not a new thing. This idea of like a bunch of tech dudes around politicians. Like, I understand that the left-leaning media is now going to whistleblow on this because they don't benefit from this. I understand that AOC and Bernie Sanders is going to whistleblow on this stuff because they don't benefit from their lobbyist money anymore because they don't have control in government anymore. So therefore they're not getting lobbyist money. So they are acting like, you know, this is now an issue. This has always been an issue. To this day, that's why I've never endorsed any candidate. I've never endorsed a political party because, especially when you start doing research on opensecrets.org, you can see that a lot of the same lobbyists are lobbying both political parties and both candidates. It's all the same thing, unfortunately. And until like the Citizens United situation that allows all this quote unquote lobbying, aka bribing to continue, like this is just not something that I feel comfortable like putting my personal brand around at all, because I think it's all show. I think it's like this is the blue party and this is the red party and they're so different, and it's the same thing, and lobbyists have more control than a president does.
Elon's fight with Trump is his biggest mistake ever, and here's why. What Elon failed to truly grasp and understand is that Trump runs things with a mob mentality. He values loyalty above all else, like total loyalty to him. That is more valuable to Trump than all the money in the world. And that's what Elon didn't truly understand here. Trump values the opinions of people around him who have sworn absolute loyalty, like Steve Bannon, like Peter Navarro. It was Peter Navarro's idea to do all the tariffs. And it's Steve Bannon who is telling Trump to deport Elon Musk immediately, investigate him and his companies, and to use the Defense Production Act to take over Musk's companies. This is what Steve Bannon is telling him. And Steve Bannon and Peter Navarro have proven their loyalty to Trump because they went to jail for him. Instead of complying with lawful subpoenas, they refused to talk and were held in contempt and found guilty and went to jail. Both Peter Navarro and Steve Bannon served jail time for Trump. That is the ultimate test of your loyalty. They have proven it. Elon has not. Elon has turned against him, and that's the one thing Trump cannot stand. And he's even said this in interviews. There are old interviews circulating recently where he even talks about this, how people who are disloyal to him, he can never get past that.
Here's something going on that you need to know about. Trump threatens Elon Musk with serious consequences if he donates to Democrats. President Trump told CBS News' Kristen Walker on a phone interview on Saturday that he has no desire to rebuild relationship with Musk after the billionaire criticized his big beautiful bill. The president gave the warning amid chatter that Elon Musk will back lawmakers and Democrat candidates in the 2026 midterm election. Trump told NBC News that if he does, he will pay the consequences for that. Vice President J.D. Vance expressed support for Donald Trump, saying Elon Musk was making a huge mistake going after President Trump.
Guys, when I logged into X some few days back, there was a heated debate between who is powerful. We have two characters here. We have a billionaire and we have a politician who is a president. And so many people kept saying that it's a billionaire who is more powerful than the president or the politicians. Well, these guys are forgetting something. Even though a billionaire might have resources, in the meantime, the president has all the powers. The president approves bills, he signs bills into law. Most of these things like executive orders, he might just sign it, and he might sign some bills that might directly affect these same billionaires who've got money. Just because you have money doesn't mean you have power, and that's just my thought. I don't know how you guys think about it. Another thing that I had forgotten is that J.D. Vance actually played a very big role in squashing this beef in a way, because when he came in and said that Elon had made a big mistake coming after Trump, and he introduced the fact that Elon might be using some form of drugs. Ketamine was mentioned somewhere. It's just allegations, I'm not saying, but immediately he said that, Elon just went quiet. Some of these consequences that I know Trump threatens Elon Musk with, it must be affecting Elon's companies directly, like, you know, SpaceX or Tesla. Because even this back and forth, something funny was that Trump was posting in his own website, Truth Social, and Elon was posting on X. And it's just funny, like this one had to log on to the other site in order to see what the other person had said, and then he would post in their site that belongs to them. It was so childish, man, so childish. Hey, but do I think that Donald Trump is gonna actually act on the consequences that is threatening on Elon Musk? I don't think it will stretch that far. I really do think that as for now, they've really calmed down. Maybe GOP has called these two gentlemen and try to resolve the conflict, because the more they come at each other, the more MAGA gets weakened, and citizens who support MAGA might see like it's not worth it, especially the ones that joined MAGA, and things that are going around, especially not favoring the common citizen. It might be tragic at the end. It might weaken Republican Party, and it might give Democrats an upper hand if they do not handle this matter carefully. In these 4 years that are coming, Democrat Party is actually going to build itself. It's gonna rebrand. It might come out stronger than Republicans notice. You know, when you win, the enemy for your next victory is the previous victory, because you tend to be relaxed, you tend to feel like you've accomplished everything, and you might enter into a comfort zone where you feel like you've completed everything and there's no need to continue working hard. That might be the effect of the previous election to MAGA or GOP or Republican Party, so they have to be careful about that. Anyways guys, I just saw that Trump statement and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down there below, and before I go, make sure you check the original creators. Their usernames have been embedded in the stitched videos as usual. Make sure you go onto TikTok, follow them, like for this channel. Make sure you smash a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notification for my next upload. Let me meet you in the next video guys. Peace out.